I'll go back to something I said earlier about we need to reward the things that we think are good and punish the things that we think are bad. So you talk about tax policy. Let's tax the things that are bad and not tax the things that are good. If you're making $100,000, $400,000 a year, and you've got 3 kids, you should pay a different, lower tax rate than if you're making the same amount of money and you don't have any kids. It's that simple.
I totally agree. I love that ending. I totally agree.
Totally agree.
So look, we know that this is a thing that JD Vance believes should be our policy. That if you don't have kids, you're the worst and you should literally pay for it. You shouldn't just experience social stigma and shame, not unspoken shame. It's gonna be spoken at you constantly. There's something wrong with you and you shouldn't have as much political say, but you should also pay more money to the government, even though arguably if you have kids, the kids are benefiting from government services. So arguably you'd pay more in taxes. I guess you do with sales taxes.
This already exists.
It doesn't make any sense.
But it
this
already
is newly
exists.
uncovered more footage.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
What do you think?
Of course, but what's silly about this whole thing is that a tax code that is more beneficial for families already exists, right? A tax code, it's called having dependents, right?
Yeah.
And if you flip this another way, you're talking about a child tax credit. The thing that no Republican could bring themselves to extend or even vote for in the American Rescue Plan under Joe Biden that gave families $300 every month for their kid. That we narrowly didn't renew, that Kamala Harris is currently promising and planning on renewing. So put another way, you are disproportionately helping. And yes, I do think we should help families. Again, forget his psychotic, proto-natalist movement, like we should have as many kids as possible. Forget the fact that he hates childless families or especially childless women. Just put it in a positive way. Do you support families? Yes. His idea of supporting families is getting rid of regulations on car seats in cars and asking your grandparents to take care of your kids when it comes to affording childcare. It's just like he's so brain dead on this. He's such an unrepenting libertarian on this. If you're rich enough, then all good for you. And if you're not, we're gonna punish you. We're gonna punish you. But there's another way to say that though, John, which is we're gonna support families by giving them a tax break or a child tax credit. It's literally Kamala Harris's plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for him, it's just he has to keep he has the idea is having kids is the only thing that gives you any value whatsoever.
Yes.
And then he just comes up with 1,000 different offshoots of that. And he spent 2 years just going on all of these troglodytic podcasts to push the idea that there's something wrong with you. A month ago, it came out, he, in one of them, was referring to people without kids as psychotic and deranged. This is not just a thing of I think that it would be beneficial if we set up the tax code. No, this is, he hates people he doesn't know for making decisions he doesn't understand, or maybe not even making decisions. Maybe you want to have kids, but you can't have kids. Doesn't matter. You're psychotic.
Yeah, also he's never actually raised his kids, because the only thing that's ever made me feel really psychotic and deranged is being a sleepless mother with sore nipples and no idea how to get my baby to go night-night. Dude,
same.
Same job. The
don't even know how they got that sore.
What? You tried. Look, you're that much of an ally.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, talk to parents. Talk to parents trying to make ends meet in a country that doesn't provide universal health care, that doesn't have a early childhood education, that has exorbitant prices on childcare. Talk to a parent who's trying to do it all. Talk to any parent. And you'll know that we are all psychotic and deranged, living under this late stage capitalist system and being told that we should have children and bring them into this world to send them off to school so that maybe they could be gunned down by a mass shooter wielding a gun that you refuse to regulate.
When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?